So with our PowerPoint, and then we'll do page 58 and 59. So, properties of materials. Let's go through them. Of materials. First, these hard, soft, soft, light, Okay, we'll mute for a while we watch this. Keep going. So our first one was hardness. And that is a property of, can something be scratched? We can't scratch a rock because it's very hard. Next property is strength. Strength. Something can be either strong, like a big metal chain, or weak, like a paper chain. And strength is the ability to hold up something very heavy without breaking. So if we held on to this chain, it wouldn't break. But if we tried to swing on the paper chain, it would break. So strength is the ability to not break, be strong. Our third property is elasticity. Elasticity, like a balloon or a rubber band. And elasticity is the property to stretch out and then go back to its old shape. Like a balloon, if we blow up a balloon, it gets big, but when we let the air out, it goes back to its old size. Elasticity. Our fourth property is flexibility. Flexibility. The ability to bend. If we can bend it, like this plastic ruler, it's flexible. But if we try and bend it and it breaks, like this wooden ruler, then it's rigid. It's not flexible. It can't bend. So when we think of flexibility, we think of, can we bend it? Fifth property is ability to float, like a boat. So remember, a boat can float. Ability to float means it can float on top of the water, like plastic or rubber or wood. They can all float on water. Two materials that can't float are or stars. So if they can't float, they sink down to the bottom of the bucket. And last thing is transparency. And that means, can we look through it? Can we see through it? Can light go through like this glass or plastic can be transparent? We can see the wall behind these glasses because we can see through them. But we don't know what's behind these black mugs because they are not transparent. They're opaque. So see-through, transparent, can't see through, like our clothes or our houses, they're opaque. The last two we can look at is something waterproof, like an umbrella or rubber boots. So plastic, glass, and rubber and metal, they're all waterproof. Some fabrics are absorbent, like a sponge. They suck up water, like paper. And that's good if we want to mop up a mess on our table. Some things it's good to not be waterproof. So if they're not waterproof, they're absorbent. Okay, so there are our properties. Now we're going to do page 58. 58 for whoever came a little bit late in our science workbook. So get those out and we'll go through and match the properties to their description. All right, so page 58. So we're going to match the words with their descriptions. So we've got all our properties here: strength, elasticity, hardness, flexibility, transparency, can we see through it, and ability to float, on water, and the descriptions. So we'll look at the descriptions and match them to the properties. Let me get a pen out. Use a marker.
เด็กๆปิดไมค์ก่อนนะคะใครที่เปิดไมค์ปิดก่อนนะลูกเมื่อกี้ที่ชอบปิดไมค์ไปแล้วนะคะ
Okay, so let's start. First one is ability of a material to bend without breaking. What did we say was the ability to bend? It was if it's flexible. Remember the plastic ruler? We could bend it without breaking. So flexibility is bend without breaking. Bend without breaking, it's flexible. Ability of a material to let light pass through it. Can we see through it? If we can see through it, it's transparent, isn't it? So transparency is the ability to let light pass through so we can see through it. Transparency. Third one, ability of a material to support or hold up a heavy weight, something that's heavy, without breaking or tearing. That was our metal chain, wasn't it? Our metal chain was strong because it had good strength. So ability to hold heavy weights without breaking. It's not like our paper chain, that would break. Our metal chain is strong. Strength. Ability to float on water. That's pretty easy because here we have float. There's float and here's float. We know that the ability to float on water is ability to float. Easy. That leaves us two left. Ability to return to its size after being stretched, or ability to withstand scratches, ability to not get scratched. So we've got elasticity and hardness. And a balloon is elastic, isn't it? Elastic because it can stretch back to its same shape. Let's fill that one in, which means, oh, that's not right. I put the wrong one in. Erase that. There we go. That was elasticity. Hardness was ability to withstand scratches. Fill that one in. And the last one was elasticity. Ability to return to its original shape, like a balloon. Balloons are elastic. Metal chains are strong. They have good strength. A stone is very hard. It won't scratch. Plastic can bend because it's flexible. Glass we can see through because it's transparent. And what's one that can float? Wood or corks can float on water. So they're all our properties again. All right. So that was page 58. Now let's finish off our properties to page 59. We're going to fill in the blanks. Let's find our page. Fill in the blanks. First one, chairs can be made of wood or, what are the chairs at school made of? Have a look. What's this chair made of? It's plastic. It's plastic. Lots of chairs are made from plastic. Yes, they're strong, but they're light as well. So it's a good material to make a chair from is plastic. Right in plastic. And we better cross it out. Let's cross out plastic. What's our next one? Kettles. That's what we boil up water with. Make hot water. Or pots that we use for cooking. All the locks in our door, they're all made from metal, aren't they? Metal. There's the answer there, metal. Kettles, pots and locks are made of metal. Metal is hard and strong. So metal, there we go. We'll cross out metal. Write that one in. How do we spell metal? M-E-T-A-L. Metal. Number three. We can group objects according to their characteristics. Well, we were using the word properties, weren't we? They're properties. That's the same as properties. What did we have? We had strength. We've got strength, ability to float, flexibility, transparency when we can see through something. So let's go up and see which two are missing so we can find them. Hardness, that's a property. And elasticity, so it's these two, the first two. So let's write these two in. Hardness and elasticity. Write them in and then cross them out. H-A-R-D, hard, N-E-S-S, hardness. And the second one was elasticity. E-L-A-S-T-I-C, elastic. And then I-T-Y, elasticity. So we can cross those two out now. Hardness, elasticity. What's our next one? Oh, it's another double one. Number 4. Something is used to make gloves and balloons. Balloons are made of rubber, aren't they? Yeah, rubber. Rubber is elastic. So I think the answers are going to be rubber and elastic. Where are we? Let's find rubber and elastic. There's rubber, we'll cross that out. And elastic, you can cross that one out. Write them in. We've got rubber is used to make gloves and balloons. Rubber is elastic. Number 5. Wooden boats and corks can on water. I said boat and float. Wood and corks can float on water. So let's put that one in and then we'll cross it out. Float. Wooden boats and corks can float on water. Let's find float. Go. All right. What's the next one? If we cut an apple, we use a knife. A knife, which is, knives are made from metal. So metal is either strong and hard. So let's go up and see which word we can find. It's going to be strong or hard. Got glass, breaking, transparent, that hard. There's our answer there, hard. Knives are hard. Knives are hard and sharp. Now what sharp means, it means we can cut our fingers, or we can cut the apple because the knife is sharp. And the knife doesn't break when we cut the apple because it's hard. We could think of the knife as scratching the apple, really badly scratching the apple because it's hard. Strong materials can support heavy weights without breaking, aren't they? That's strength means that it won't break, like our metal chain, not our paper chain. So the answer would be breaking. Let's find that and cross it out. There it is, braking. Which means we've got 4 more to do. Glass, transparent, they would go together. And cooking pots and fabric. Cooking pots are made of metal and wood, I think. And fabric, let's see what happens there. The windscreen of a car, that's the window of a car. You can see the window behind me out there, keeping out the rain or the sun. The window of the car is made of glass, isn't it? It's made of glass. And glass is transparent because we can see through it. So let's go and see if we've got those. Yeah, there's glass. Cross that out. And transparent. Cross that out. So we'll use those for number 8. Windscreen. That one. Windscreen, or the window of a car, is made of glass. Glass, we know, is transparent because we can see through it. Wouldn't be any good if we couldn't see through it. We'd crash our cars. Trans, T-R-A-N-S, trans. That's how we sound it out. Transparent, but then we just transparent. Window, the windscreen of the car is made of glass. It is transparent and we can see through it. Which means we've got 2 more to go. Some are made of 2 materials, metal and wood. And I think the last 2 that we're missing, what are we missing? We're missing, still got to find cooking pots and fabric. So fabric can't be made of metal and wood, can it? Because it's made of fabric. So the answer must be cooking pots. Cooking pots. 2 words, cooking, and then pot. And cooking pots are made of 2 things. The metal part that we put the food in, which gets really hot, and the handle might be made of wood, which doesn't get so hot, so we don't burn our hands when we pick it up. And the last one is umbrellas are usually made of 3 materials. 3 materials. Plastic, the handle is plastic that we hold it on. And then we've got the big, long rod that's made of metal because that's nice and strong. And then we've got the part on the top that has to be flexible and a bit waterproof, and it's made of fabric. So the last one is fabric. So it's made of 3 materials. Wow. Cross those out and I'll make it a little bit smaller so you can see them. There's all our answers. And let's see. So if we haven't got those, you can get the answers on the video. And before we go, let me ask everyone a question. Okay, I can't unmute. Okay, guys, so I wanted to ask you, who can think of an object or something that's made of lots of different materials? Because one that I can think of is a car. A car's made of metal, it's made of glass, it's got plastic, it's got rubber, the tires, that's 4. Must be another one. It's got fabric as well, 5. So some things are made of more than one material, and that's the last lesson we'll do on materials. We'll look at things that are made of more than one, like our umbrella and like our cooking pot or our knife. So that's our science lesson for today.
Bye.
Okay, thanks guys. And I'm going to do
Bye
it.
bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye. วันนี้กินอะไรเลย
Live long and prosper. That means live. Okay, thanks for doing science. Next time I'll
is the gravitational
หน้ามีแค่นิดเดียวเอง